Monogatari is like a play on like tropes. Like he's making fun of all the different shit in anime.
Okay.
So like there's a 400-year-old vampire who's trapped in like a 9-year-old's body, and she just like lives in his shadow, which doesn't get explained.
Nice.
Doesn't get explained for like till the second season.
Oh.
Then it gets explained. But you have to like the whole first season, you're just kind of like, who the fuck is this little girl in his shadow?
So confused.
And then his sisters are like twins. Well, they're not twins actually. That's why I got mixed up. I said that in a video once. Like I was writing the video and I got to the end. I go, wait, these guys aren't even twins. It's like I had to
Rewrite the video.
I had to put a note and I go, actually, I just realized they're not actually twins. They're 2 years apart. They're like close to each other, and they're what was it? There's that toothbrush scene. Have you seen that?
No, actually, I might have.
So the older girl is with Arda Agi, and she's trying to make a bet with him, like to do something for her, and he goes no, and she goes, I'll bet you for it. And he goes, what are we like? What's the bet on? And so he's like, he goes, I don't want to do this. Like he for some reason figures out like when you brush someone else's teeth, like it's really weird feeling, you know? Yeah. Like it's a weird sensation.
I guess.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
that seems kind of weird.
So the whole episode is like this fucking challenge where he's brushing her teeth and she's all uncomfortable, and it's just really fucking uncomfortable to watch.
Some weird
and that's
sexual
why it's
tension
his favorite
or something.
anime.
This is not why it's my favorite
Sexual
anime.
tension
No,
between
tension.
main character and young girl.
No, when I
Sock Sensei's favorite anime.
when I watched this show, I skipped that episode because it's just it's too awkward for me.
I skipped that episode. Favorites it on my anime list.
No, but
He watches it in the shower.
so that episode's really fucking weird. But anyway, there's stuff like that that's just like in there sometimes. Like the 9-year-old vampire lady that's a 400-year-old. She also sometimes flips back to her like MILF body is what I call it.
What?
It's like because she like grows like she's like 6'7" in real life. The lore behind her character, which is like, so you start off in Monogatari at the first season, okay? And then there's 3 movies that are a prequel to the whole idea of like why he has like vampire powers and who the vampire girl is. And then you go back forward, but it's still in a prequel scenario, and you find out what happens to this other character, this other girl that's in his school that he helped out, and she's possessed by a cat spirit. And then now you're back. Now you're to the sequel of the first season, which is the second season.
Jesus Christ!
And then you go on for a while, and there's that one point where there's a sequel that goes way into the future when he's in college, and it follows one of this other characters for the whole movie. But then like what comes after is back like onto the timeline. So leading up to that movie you just watched. Okay. It jumps over the place sometimes.
Yeah,
but
I'm confused.
The vampire thing is that he finds her in a subway and she's got her limbs cut off. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, human, give me your blood. And he goes like, hey, fuck you, no, and like runs away. But then she starts like crying, and then he goes like, okay, fine. And then like,
that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Well, he runs away.
Anime theme.
Well,
main character chooses awful idea.
Well, the whole idea is like he's like the kind protagonist dude. Like he'll do stuff
he's
for
Ken
people.
Kaneki.
Yeah.
Goes on date with hot woman. Turns into ghoul.
Yeah,
vampire woman.
So then he like helps her out. She drinks his blood. He wakes up, and then he's like, "That's when she's a lolly now," and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And he like runs out of the building,
Yeah.
but then he's like gets engulfed into flames because he's a vampire.
Trust me,
now.
she was a MILF. She was a MILF. Trust me.
Yeah. They do a lot of like fucking jokes with the tropes. It's not like they're like, "Oh, look a hot lolly." Like they're not
like acting like it's not.
Present. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, she's a 9-year-old.
9-year-old.
Cuts off right
No,
there.
sorry.
End the podcast.
She's
this is what's getting taken down by YouTube.
She's in a 9-year-old body because that's the only form like she can hold, because she still like doesn't have her limbs, but the blood allowed her to like get some power back, so she can transform herself. So like the only like form she can hold fully is like a younger form. Because it's easier. I like this show because it like shows a bunch of different like types of relationships. He has a girlfriend in the show, and that's like his only romantic interest.
Plus the 9-year-old.
No,
The
but
9-year-old.
no.
Trust me.
Trust me.
She was not 9 when I
was
found her.
not 9 when she found.
She just sleeps in my closet, okay?
The vampire is not the girlfriend.
Yeah.
The girlfriend's a different character you meet in the first season. Then there's a girl that like it's like unrequited love. Like he likes her, but not in that way, you know, like a friend.
Yeah.
But she likes him as a romantic way.
Is she also 9?
Is she also
These are all
vampire?
these are all 18-year-old high schoolers. All of these characters.
Okay.
Okay.
Besides the vampire.
Besides the 9-year-old
They're
vampire.
400.
Oh no, you're digging yourself a hole here for this being your top pick.
Okay, but anyway, their relationship is solely off of like they're like buds basically.
Sexual attraction.
Like, so at the end of the movie,
They fuck.
at the end of the movie, she tells him she wanted basically the whole time she wanted him to kill her because she didn't want to live anymore. She's been 4 years old. She's fucking done.
So she asked for his blood at the very start.
Yeah, what
but
the hell?
she had a change of heart once he became like vampire-ish and he wanted to go back. She didn't want to like do this anymore, so she wanted him to kill her. She wanted
dark.
Well, there's a whole ordeal behind like why, because she had an original like offspring at one point. Offspring's what they're called, like when they become a vampire because of her. Shut the fuck up. And he
would be one of her offspring.
This is getting, you're trying to like wiggle me in
No,
there.
you're digging the hole
No,
yourself.
but would that be true?
Yeah.
Theoretically, like offspring is in he's a vampire now because of her.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
the first guy that did this committed seppuku because he couldn't live with it.
Oh.
So she feels bad for doing it to him again, and she finally, like at the end of the show, came to understand like he killed himself like to die for someone else because I think that dude loved someone else and he couldn't live with the fact that he'd have to live without her because she's like died and he was immortal, you know. Okay. So the vampires can only kill themselves or something. Like vampires can kill vampires and stuff.
So that's why she wanted him to kill her.
Yeah. So he doesn't do it because he's all kind, you know, kind trope. He's the kindness protag. He can't do it, so he finds a way to do it without killing her. Where like he takes enough of her blood so that she can't kill any more humans, because that's why he got like upset, because he gave her all her powers back and then she killed a human and ate him. And he like came in on this and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, this is what I saved. So then he like sucks all the blood out basically to when she's like in like the child form, like really weak form, and then like her only source of like being able to live is like she has to suck his blood.